An NYPD officer has been suspended after a video of a disturbing chokehold was released. The department taking action just hours after the video emerged. This comes after another weekend. Protests and marches across the country marking nearly 1 month of demonstrations since the killing of George Floyd. Joining me now to discuss, Brittany Packnett-Cunningham, Black Lives Matter activist and a former member of President Obama's 21st Century Policing Task Force, and Reverend William Barber, co-chairman of the Poor People's Campaign and president of the Repairers of the Breach. Brittany, NYPD acted swiftly in the case on Sunday, suspending the officer. Does that show that things are really changing? Remember, took a video.
Well, it shows that folks are certainly recognizing that we are not playing around. We need to see that kind of swift action, not after something has happened, but before something has happened. And frankly, it's good to see this in New York City, where a lot of improvement needs to be made. But there's a lot of improvement that needs to be made this week in Louisville, Kentucky, where Breonna Taylor was killed. There's a day of protest. There's an effort to get 15 million signatures on a petition for her. And the truth of the matter is we are seeing a lot of crisis for Black people in Kentucky right now. There will be one polling place this Tuesday for the county where over 40% of Black Kentuckians live. We are not seeing rapid movement all across the country, and especially in places like Kentucky, when it comes to being concerned with Black lives. And they need to stand on the front lines, just like Breonna Taylor did, as an essential EMT, caring more for their community than the Louisville government seems to be doing.
Reverend, you say police reform is just one element. Going back to the chokehold, it's not just the physical chokehold that needs to change. You say poor Americans are suffering when it comes to housing, education, healthcare, income. Take your pick.
Exactly. We had over 2.2 million people join the mass Poor People's Assembly Moral March on Washington Digital Fair this Saturday, and growing. That was just on Facebook, over 2 million. And what they are saying is that people are yes, police violence is deadly, but so is the denial of health care deadly. Thousands of people die when we don't have health care. And so is poverty. 700 people are dying a day from poverty, being strangled by poverty. And so is environmental devastation. And so is the war economy that puts more money in war than we do in education, infrastructure, and health care combined. And what we need is a reconstruction, a transformation of our society that says it's high time that we take death seriously in all of these areas, because every regressive piece of public policy, from police violence to not dealing with poverty, to refusing living wages, to denying health care, all have a death measurement. And while the president was in Tulsa trafficking in division, distortions, and possible death, we were on the line with 2 million people talking about life, liberation, and love. And that's what has to happen. And that's why we love what Black Lives Matter is doing. We're working all together. Look, this moment is about a transformation and a reconstruction of our society.
We're going to have to leave this conversation there for now, but I promise we're going to keep having it, hopefully, with the both of you. The only way we're going to get through this is together.